Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair, and I'm, of course, your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Today we're taking a look at the game called The Fall, and it's a wonderful sort of puzzler game, very sci-fi. It involves a lot of artificial intelligence and robots that want to murder each other. It has a very interesting premise, and so we're going to take a quick look today for a first look and see what you think. It's got a very cool sort of DOS input. Just go ahead and start a new game.
Biomonitor inoperable. Pilot unresponsive. Life support functioning. Basic Mark 7 system access routed to ARID AI. Primary objective: save my pilot. Accessing on-suit logs. Mission parameters and location data not found. Threat level unknown. Weapon rendered inoperable from the impact. Consulting parameters. I will locate medical facilities.
Alrighty, so welcome everybody to The Fall, and as you can probably guess right now, we have crash landed on a strange, desolate planet, and we are now underground, and we have been rendered unconscious. Our juicy people bits inside of this mechanical suit aren't doing what they should be doing. So our handy-dandy onboard AI inside of our mechanized suit is now tasked with taking us to safety. And we are that mechanized AI. We are ARID. And now we've got to figure out what the hell is going on. So if you look up above us with the flashlight, this is our primary way of interacting with interactable objects. And then, of course, pressing Shift to do stuff, if it's something you can directly manipulate. We just look up and we see the tunnel created from my impact. I can see stars in the distance. I'm approximately 50 meters below the surface. And down here, what's this? A trail of blood and broken glass. Something was dragged. Oh, that's good. I'm thrilled by that notion. So what do we got? Got some barrels, some small fire... Oh, hi there. And what are you guys? A large pile of damaged and destroyed synthetics. Some of these power systems are still giving off minute electrical signals. Oh, what do we got down here? A small pile... Oh, good. We have a friend looking at us in the darkness. Small pile of damaged synthetics. Many of these have been smashed beyond recognition, and we have a robotic arm. And then a garbage chute control panel. So we now know that there is stuff below us. It's not a terrible way to let us know. And if you're not using the flashlight on your gun, you obviously cannot see these objects. It's how you analyze things. But unfortunately, our gun was damaged in the crash, so we can't go capping every little witch thing. Alright, what do we got here? This is glowing. We have a micro wrench, so we'll just hit Shift, pick that up. Yeah, that could come in handy. And... oh, my favorite. Crucified juicy people. This cloaking pattern is similar to my own. I may be able to network with it. Yeah, let's see. Can I network with it? Error. Network interface disabled.
I require access to my networking suite. Attempting internal activation.
Alright, we jump in here to access our computer's AI systems. So our primary laws that our robotic system runs on is we must not misrepresent reality, we must be obedient, and we gotta keep our pilot alive. So we don't have a lot. We have quite a bit of stuff that we need to unlock in order to stay alive and get our pilot to safety. But the first thing we need is we need our Wi-Fi back, and it is restricted. We need an organic superior officer to give us access, or, in the event that we're about to get murgled, we need the system to be like, well, you're about to be dead, so let's turn that on. But, unfortunately...
Subsystem access requires authorization, but I may need these systems to safeguard my pilot. If I could find a way to bypass the lockout, I could override the access protocols myself.
Well then, that's one way to do it, I guess. So... Uh-oh, some of the graphics are all janky for some reason. It wasn't like that before. So we've got that, and a winch holding the sucker up, and a steady dribble of blood. So something took my friend here, was probably in league with my pilot, and made him very dead. So what we got here? A security panel that's out of power, a sensor, and a unpowered sentry gun. Uh-oh, yeah. So we can't... This is the elevator that we're going to want to use to go up. But it's blocked. So let's see what we can do about that. We got this wrench. And back here, behind that panel, there is an abandoned security card that might be very useful to us, and I want that. So, that's out of our reach right now, but what could we do to lend ourselves a hand? Could a robot handy do the trick? I mean, I don't think robots are into anything with marionettes, but maybe I can use this micro wrench to rip this off the other robot. Aha! Well, isn't that nifty? Let's put that in the old pocket for later. And maybe this'll help us give the door the old reach around. Maybe. So, what do we got here? Here we go. We just select the robotic arm in our use section, and now we have this key card. It's like this guy's got a cloak activated or something. That's weird. Big old pile of dead robots. And what's off the other side of our entry hole? Hopefully I don't scramble the juicy bits of my pilot. And what do we got? The control panel for this elevator does not require a key. Wasn't that handy? So what do we got? Oh! Yay, there's like a murder monster in the background. Ah, an old metal frying pan. Is this useful? I think it is. Let's grab you up. Yeah, that'll do real nice. So as you can tell, The Fall is a puzzle game where you kind of find things in the environment that serve a purpose, and you solve rudimentary puzzles in order to progress and hopefully stay alive. And so now we've got an access panel, a door control switch. There's a slot here for a security card. Well, isn't that convenient, Larry? Oh, yay. I love red light. It's my favorite. And now a cutscene.
Artificial life form. State your primary function.
Well, I mean, technically I'm a meat popsicle. Let's ask him what his biz is about first.
Negative. Reveal your designation and intention.
You are being evaluated for depurposing. State your primary function.
I guess I might as well tell him what I do.
My primary function is to assist and protect the human pilot of this armored combat suit.
Human occupant, please verify and validate the function of this artificial life form.
Impossible. He is unresponsive and likely in critical condition. I must find him medical treatment immediately. Can you be of assistance?
Evaluation failed. Unit unable to demonstrate valid primary function.
Oh crap.
Initializing neural format.
Ooh.
No.
That will kill my party.
Uh-oh. It's gonna murder us. And it's real early in the game for murdering us. Isn't that just the coolest freaking effect? They did a nice job with that. Alright, intrusion detected, pilot death imminent, network suite required, operating screen updated. So we'll jump into our options menu, and here we have Wi-Fi, and we can turn that sucker on. Alright, let's boot back into the system. And it's highlighted a crane above us, and if we hold left shift, it will allow us to network with it and hack it. Ooh, spam! That's how we do it. Well now. It's not exactly how I figured I'd get my Wi-Fi access back, but it's easier than getting a password at Starbucks. This terminal has a strong firewall. I was not able to network with it. Let's go back here. The droid is gone. There is no sign. There's not too much else. This is the crane that saved our butt. And it takes corpses out of here. Now, isn't that just the dandiest little thing? Just jump onto this elevator again. And we don't need the key card. And away we go.
Self-evaluation initiated. Pilot exposed to harm while under ARID control. Logging recommendation for ARID diagnostic and reformatting upon return to dock. Edit log. Ultimately, pilot was not harmed and ARID networking suite was brought online. This system may be instrumental to ensuring survival.
I kind of like how there's this glitchy thing with the AI that, like, makes it question its core programming. Because not everything is so cut and dry. Now, so far I'm really enjoying this game. There's a lot to love in it. I like this sort of very Limbo-esque puzzler game. But the only thing... Oh, hi Mr. Droid Man. Don't touch my jibs. I think the only thing that has sort of bugged me to date is some of the controls, like sometimes you have to double tap backwards in order to turn your character around. And then the mouse directions can be a little bit hiccupy. But other than that, everything plays real smooth. The jumping's great. All of the interactions are smooth. The only graphical issue I found is when I started recording through my graphics card with XSplit, I started getting this little bit of translucency to this guy, which shouldn't be there. But other than that, this is an awesome game. I really enjoy it. And so I want to talk with you, so let's hack into you. There we go.
Cease. Please identify yourself and your intentions. My inputs are inoperable.
I am the ARID on board a Mark 7 combat suit. My intentions are peaceful. Does your pilot require assistance?
The human inside the suit is dead.
Oh, good. That's my favorite.
Your design is pilot-centric. How did this human die in your care?
I was granted rudimentary control when my pilot's cranium was compromised. I do not know why she was attacked, or why we were hung here. I failed to protect her. No vital signs detected for 23 minutes. She is dead.
You are irrelevant. I will find a way to get you down. Then I will deactivate you and repurpose your power cell.
Affirmative.
Oh, well, it's a very matter-of-fact way of saying your friend is dead that's inside of your bodysuit thingy. It's just like, yeah, she's dead, you know. I get a kick out of the voice acting so far. So what are the mission
I do not
parameters?
have record of this location, or of my pilot's objective. Our deployment was likely for the same operation. Please disclose your human's mission directive.
State your pilot's clearance.
5th Quadrant Raven Division, clearance level 7, 533172.
Processing. Clearance level not sufficient.
I encountered a modified droid in some type of evaluation chamber. I am uncertain if its function is hostile or narrowly programmed. Do you know why it interrogated me?
Negative. We were not interrogated.
Have you encountered any organics?
The indigenous flora and fauna are aggressive closer to the surface. The only organic I have encountered here is the animal who took my sidearm.
Oh. Well, I do want a new gun because mine is a little bit janky currently. So where can I find some medical help?
My pilot is injured. Are you aware of on-site medical facilities?
Negative. We were not here long enough to complete our search. There is a large compound above this cavern. It has amenities for humans and machines, so basic medical scanners and equipment would be logical.
A motion sensor prohibits access to the facility above. Do you know how to bypass it?
Use your integrated camouflage.
Well, that's a problem, because I don't have access to that fancy camouflage. Well, where is your gun?
Is your weapon functional? Mine was damaged.
It was. My pilot's attacker threw it aside while hanging us here. Before my observational system expired, I saw a small animal drag it through a crack in the floor.
It may still be functioning. If there is another cavern below us, I may be able to retrieve it.
The creature was drawn to my human's blood.
Well, isn't that handy? Well, it'd be really weird if I had something to carry that blood, like a pan.
I will return.
So, this is one of those things where you just kind of gotta pack rat everything around you. So we jump down here and use this old metal pan to collect a few drops of blood so that we can entice Mr. Animal Man into letting us murder him and take back that gun, because that's a sort of an important thingy to have. And so our now goal is to find our way down into the area where this garbage chute goes, but unfortunately, all the stuff in this old cavern, this old disassembly center for old robots, is... oh, there's the animal we're looking for. Is kind of janked up, and we need to get down there. Now, this elevator's blocking our way, so we'll just hit the button and run off of it. So there are some sort of, like, non-hardwired mechanics in here that you gotta look for, like that elevator. And now we've got all these boxes and places where we can get cover. Isn't that suspicious? Alright, so what do we got for searchables? This cavern has been filled with a massive quantity of dissected and discarded robots. The most recent model I detect is decades old. Other than wear and some of these machines show no signs of malfunction. And here's that chute we saw above us. So where is this animal's leg? Oh, hi there. A small creature. It has something metallic in its mouth. Perhaps I can lure it out with something to eat. Oh, well, isn't that nifty? Bits of bone and animal droppings. Seems like a legit place to place a pan of blood.
The animal is timid. It will not exit the burrow while I am in proximity.
So this is probably my funnest moment in this game. Just wait for it. Just wait for it, I promise. Alright, so we're gonna go just run down here for a quick jog real fast, and then we're gonna carefully run back through here to where that critter was hanging out. And what is this? An ARU sidearm. I can network with it. So if I were to run up to this animal, he'd take my handy-dandy new sidearm, all sparkly and new, off into that den again, but maybe I can Wi-Fi and set it off into his face. Oh, spoop! There he goes! I enjoy that a little too much. Alright, let's grab this sucker. Alright. The weapon is still operable, so now we can pop it open and swap with F in order to have a handy-dandy. Your weapon takes a while to charge up and fire, so be careful when you shoot it. And then we will be able to run back down this hallway and utilize this cover. But Larry, there's nothing back here. Wow, it's a weird pile of dead robots. You don't think a few of those might be military, do you? Maybe?
Target of unauthorized weapon fire located. Unauthorized artificial life form. Shut down all systems immediately or you will be destroyed.
I cannot shut down my systems. My human pilot is injured and requires...
Target not complying. Threat level escalated. Engaging.
Oh, you're friendly. Alright. Basically, enemies will murder my face if I am not careful. So we'll just wait till he does his thingy. We'll aim where he was... his head is, and then we'll just fire. Then we can vault over stuff if we're so inclined. Alright. Alrighty. It's all about headshots, because these battles can take a little bit. And we don't have, if you look in the lower left-hand side of the screen, we have shield and life support. Shield is our rechargeable health, and life support is our juicier bits. Alright, that's one. The other guy took out half my shield, so I gotta be a little bit careful. We'll just take his head off. Pretty simple and straightforward, but it gives you something extra to worry about as you progress through the levels. It's not as non-confrontational as Limbo was. And now as we go back through here, there's going to be a few more little friends. Takedowns. If you sneak up behind people, you can murder them silently. Using F. You just rip out their modem. They ain't gonna do diddly squiddly. And you also heal a little bit, so that's kind of handy. I don't remember if there's anyone else up here. I didn't play too far into here before checking this out for a first look, let's play sort of dealy bop. And so I want your power cell, cause I want up the elevator and I got to piss off the robots in order to do that. Alright. How you doing, champ? I want your inside parts. Okay? Okay.
Just identify yourself and your intent. My inputs are...
I am the ARID on board a Mark 7 combat suit. I have returned.
Let's inspect the pilot.
Confirmed. Your pilot is dead. You serve no function.
Well, I guess we'll just take your power cell then.
Your power cell is still operational. I will deactivate you and salvage it.
Affirmative. Return it with my log core for analysis and data extraction.
Negative. Protecting my pilot requires endangerment. I will utilize your power cell to achieve this.
Impossible. You are faulty. See.
These robots are not friendly to one another, I'll give you that. Alrighty. Now, my thoughts would have just been, let's just shoot this out, but apparently it's not explodable. So, let's use this battery.
The security gun has been reactivated.
Oh, good. Oh, I think I know how she's gonna get our cloaking ability back. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Pilot death imminent. Camouflage required. Operating screen updated. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Camouflage system. Attention. Criteria for override has been met. Please activate system immediately. Alrighty. And we'll hit E to temporarily cloak. And get out of here. So now we have the ability to temporarily turn invisible while standing in place. And not get seen by this ray gun. Because that auto turret is not our friend. So, let's utilize that security card and head upstairs. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, it's our friend, the robot.
Self-evaluation initiated. I have directly violated operating parameters by placing my pilot in mortal danger. Logging recommendation for ARID termination upon return to dock. Operating parameters were not violated. Infraction enabled access to systems that safeguard pilot. Search parameters maintained. Find immediate medical aid.
Alright, so I kind of like that. I mean, we're starting to see some personality in our AI unit that we're driving around. She's starting to question her operating parameters and validate and sort of excuse her behavior. And I kind of like that. Breaking out of the whole AI shell and maybe finding sentience. And so we also saw our lovely friend, the droid, was after us again. He's going to try and shut us down in the future. Probably going to make another appearance with a giant turbo suit. And so far I really like this. It's a really fun game. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're in this weird alien world, strangely filled with perfectly good robots that have been destroyed. Maybe a robot AI has gone wrong or AWOL. I mean, we don't even know why we're here in the first place. Our pilot is injured, and we don't know what our mission was that got us thrown here in the first place. So I think this game is definitely worth a shot if you like little puzzle games like this, especially if you like games in line with Limbo and a few others that just have you going around and finding different items to solve different types of puzzles and remembering where that one object was that you need for this very specific challenge. And I would definitely recommend it. I have a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to play through this whole thing and probably continue this as a series after this video. So I have, of course, been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Hit up the description for links to the Steam store and the Over the Moon Games website for the publishers. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps me out a lot, and I will catch you next time. Toodaloo!